New York Pro is around the corner. I'll actually be there covering it for MD, but there's somebody I want to talk about. Now the New York Pro is getting a lot of buzz, and a lot of people have been talking about Stuart Sutherland, Beef Stew. A lot of people are talking about Carlos Thomas Jr. Of course, he seems to be the favorite. There's some rumors floating around. Nobody knows if Sergio Oliva Jr. is going to do it or not. But there's one guy people are sleeping on, and nobody is talking about him. And I don't understand why anybody is talking about him, because he is a threat in any show he does. And he's one of those bodybuilders that he just grinds and he grinds and he grinds and he grinds. And if he doesn't do well enough, he comes back the next year and he does better. That's Nathan Spear. They don't call him Nasty Nate for nothing. Right? He's not one of these bodybuilders that, kind of shots at the top with great genetics like a Beef Stew or Carlos Thomas Jr. or Nick Walker. It took him several years before he turned pro, but it's a testament to how he grinds. And that's a dangerous bodybuilder, because that guy will not give up. So he did his first national level show in 2018. He did the USA's. 2019 he did the North Americans. 2019 he did the Nationals. 2020 he did the North Americans. 2020 he did the Nationals, and finally got his pro card in 2021 when he did the Nationals, and he did one pro show, the Boston Pro, in 2020. He took a long offseason, and he put on some real good size. And nobody is speaking about this guy, and this guy is the dark horse. He is coming out of the woodwork, and he is coming for blood. He's coming for the win. I understand people are going to watch this and go, "Oh, John, but he's your friend. Like he's on your MD panel." He hasn't been on my MD panel in 6 weeks because he wants no distractions for getting ready for this contest. He literally is in the zone, and he's one of those old school hardcore lifters that just grinds. So let's take a look at him, because I pulled up his Instagram because he has some progress pics, right? And what was most impressive is that a couple of weeks ago, he did a guest posing a couple of weeks ago. This was his guest posing a couple of weeks ago. And this was 2 weeks ago. So he was about 4 weeks out. I want to say he was about 4 weeks out. And look at this. This is really, really good conditioning for 4 weeks out. All his abs are in. I mean, you could see striations in his quads, right? I mean, he looks phenomenal in these shots. This was 3 weeks ago. It was a progress pic from 3 weeks ago, right? Let's take a look at some more progress pics. He put up, and he has great symmetry and shape. Okay, so here's his most recent progress pic, and this was, I don't know exactly when this was, right? But here's another progress pic. He has small waist, sweeping quads, and a great V-taper upper body. I mean, this guy is coming for blood. He comes in chiseled. Look at when he had his 2021, when he got his 2021 pro card in the Nationals. This shot he does, I believe it's a most muscular shot that blew me away. Here it is. This shot blew me away. This is professional level conditioning. And it's that hard, grainy muscle that he just took years to put on. He's still in his early 30s, still a relatively young guy. But look how deep his cuts are in his abs. I mean, this is impressive. And this was 2 years ago. Okay, and this is obviously his offseason. But this was actually his 2021 offseason. But that was obviously his offseason, right? And this is when I believe this was the Boston Pro. And this is when he won the Boston Pro. What's his name? William Bonac actually won this show last year, right? Yeah, last year. And he did it. He did the show and had some impressive legs there. I mean, I don't know why people are sleeping on this guy. He's the type of bodybuilder that everybody has to look out for. He's the type of guy that everybody should be worried about, but nobody's thinking about. And that even makes it easier for him, because he could just keep his head down and keep on the grind. I'm telling you, after this New York Pro is over, you're going to have some serious rising stars. Carlos Thomas Jr. is going to be a household name. Stuart Sutherland, a.k.a. Beef Stew is going to be a household name. And mark my words, Nasty Nate, Nathan Spear, is going to be a household name. If you don't think this guy is impressive, if you don't think this guy has the work ethic to make it happen, you're wrong. You're dead wrong. I understand that he is not on anybody's radar, but believe me, I had to put this out because he sent me personal pics that showed me his conditioning 3 days ago. And those progress pics were extremely impressive. And that's when I said, I got to make a video about this guy and put some light on this, because nobody's seeing this guy coming. He is like a monster hiding and just ready to come out. He's like a tiger in a cage. I immediately thought about the scene in Rocky II when Apollo Creed is trying to get Sylvester Stallone, Rocky, back in the ring after it was a long, hard fight after the first one. And his manager comes over to him and he has this discussion with him in private. And he says, you don't want a guy like this in our life. Let's go after somebody else. This man is dangerous.
What are you afraid of, Tony? Honest? Yeah, honest. He's all wrong for us, baby. I saw you beat that man like I never saw no man get beat before, and the man kept coming after you. And we don't need that kind of man in our life.
And that's how I feel about Nate Spear. Nobody's on his radar, but this man is dangerous, and he's coming full force. So mark my words, New York Pro, Nate Spear is going to be in the mix with Carlos Thomas Jr. and Beef Stewart. Watch and see. I'm telling you.